That's even worse.
Grab my shit, put it back over me, and tuck into it like a burrito roll myself.
Yeah, that's me for sure. Like you can't go get it.
Bitch, you want to take it this time, right?
You got to pull hard. Yeah.
Man, what up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of More to Discuss. I am your host, NunFlyyer, along with my beautiful daughter and lovely co-host, the Toes.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, man, how was your day?
It was blissful per usual. I ate some veggie burgers for dinner. Feeling good. Feeling great.
Getting your young vegan on?
I don't know about vegan. I'm just trying to eat good. Just trying to love my temple and, been eating my water more. My H3O2, getting it popping because they got something going on in this water.
Hey, for real though. For real though. That's a whole nother topic for another situation though. Hey, you seem like the type of person that strikes me to have plenty of friends.
I do.
How does friendship work with you? I mean, considering the fact that most friendships last longer than most relationships.
Yes.
It would seem to be that it's a tolerance level when it comes to regular friendships that just isn't there when it comes to romantic relationships.
Yeah.
Some of your platonic friendships or actual friendships, what are some of the absolute deal breakers when you deal with your friends?
It's a really thin line because I done fought some of these people. So it's like it's a lot of things that you can take. But I feel like for me, it would have to be like dealing with somebody that I deal with, not on a sense because I've had friends that dated my exes after we weren't together anymore. But like, I feel like it would have to be like how I am now in my current relationship, like trying this situation probably would be a deal breaker for me. I think like speaking bad on me in like rooms that I'm not in, or even if I'm in the room, you know what I mean? Like just having ill energy towards me. It's so many different things. Like I don't know because you take a lot from your friends, and you like take time and you heal. You kind of like get over it. So it's like it's a lot of different things that you will accept, I guess I can say, when it comes to a friend versus being in a like romantic relationship.
Right.
So,
but why is that so different though?
I don't know. I feel like because like they have a piece of your heart, but when you're with someone like romantically, you think of them like, oh, they is my heart versus like a little tiny little piece. So it's like you got a little piece, you fuck up your little piece, then like that's your problem. But with somebody else like that you like are romantic with, it's like, how could you do that to me? Like, but that's other people. Now, if we're speaking from me personally, I treat my friends like they my girlfriends. Like, don't play with me. So it's like I'm very like very strict on it, like disrespect, all of that. Like my best friend that I actually had come on the show once before, the female one, I had to fight her, put her all in her shit because she was being disrespectful. And it's like we at this point we have been friends for like 8 years and you never tried me on that because you know the type of person that I am. And I love you like I love myself at this point. You know what I mean? So it's like there should be no level of disrespect between us. And she was disrespecting me. So I had to show her what happened to people that disrespect me. And we've been on a good level ever since then. But it's like, I don't tolerate it. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going for it. No.
That is hilarious. Why you have to beat the disrespect out your friend?
Because you've been friends for almost a decade and you really want to try to play with me? Let me show you what happens so that you know And future references, if you feel stuck, well, you need to come to me as an adult and speak to me. You don't need to cuss at me, tell me what you're gonna do to me, none of that, because all that's gonna get you is your ass handed to you. Period.
See, for me, and I guess it's because all my friends have been my friends for a long time, with the exception of the chosen few that have been in my life since I've been out, are all one of the same type of cat. So
Yeah.
I guess, like for me, it's like you gotta have heart to
Yes.
be down. Like you can't be no like if we fight, we all fight, and you can't be the only one live to tell
Oh yeah,
like
because then I'm end up beating
yeah,
you up. Because why you ain't have our back?
fuck that, right? So that's
Yeah.
like first and foremost, man. You got to be some type of loyal to the situation. Uh, but amongst friends, though, I don't think it's like you don't find too many disrespectful situations unless the niggas
I
ain't
don't.
really
I was
real.
just about to also say that. Like, I have a close knit of like probably like 5 friends that I've had since like a little bit before high school and then throughout high school up until now. And a lot of them haven't had no, we never bad talk each other, never did none of that weird stuff. It was just that one, we had to clear that up. But it was outside of that, it ain't never been us against each other. It's always been us against the world. And I feel like if somebody really is your friend, like they say they are, you wouldn't have many situations like that.
Right. Like the only one real situation where I had to doubt a partner of mine is when that nigga left me in Vegas at the raid, left me for dead out there by my goddamn self. And I was hot because I wouldn't have did that nigga like that. Like nigga, we'd have been two walking motherfuckers together. Like I wouldn't have left that bitch
Yeah.
without you, right? So that kind of like put a dent in that shit. But at the same time, uh, I can't expect everybody to be me, but there's a certain amount of me that you gotta have in
Exactly.
you. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have some type of like thread, and I would love it for it to be that. Nigga, the loyalty gotta be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, we can't all be getting ready to fight. You the only motherfucker that's like gone. You know what I'm
Like, where
saying?
you going? What's going on, nigga?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
make sure you good. You just make sure we good too.
Nah, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, though, for the most part, all my friends have been live, man. We all like-minded cats, man. You know what I'm saying? Real respectable, real solid dudes. So, but if there had to be a deal breaker, though, outside of being a weenie ass nigga, I would have to say, first and foremost, respect. You got to
Yep.
deal with me and the motherfuckers around me with a certain air of respect, man, or it's gonna be an issue. And
And
if you
that's why
can't
I
do
put the
that,
pause.
then we can't be friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's why I put the pause because I feel like I was to the point where it's like it's not that we're not gonna be friends because you at this point know almost everything about me. Been in my life since I was like at that point since I was like 14. So it's like we done rock this out, nigga. We 25 and up in here. We lit. Don't play. You're not doing that. But what we is gonna do is I'm gonna show you that either we gonna talk about because I try to talk about it and she didn't want to talk. She was talking, but she won't talk how she needed to talk. So I stopped talking and started acting on what she was talking about. Because we could talk and go back and forth all day, bitch, this, bitch, that. That's what girls do. But at the same time, it's a certain level, of what you start saying. It's like, oh, okay, that's not. Well, we're not joking no more. Okay, so now, okay,
see, see,
but I don't take that from nobody though. So
I
that's
think
not
that
happy the way it is.
I think that's a more of a. I mean, because niggas get out too, but I find that more females fight each other as friends and be cool afterward. Like for niggas to fight niggas, it has to be a situation. And if we are cool afterwards, we cool
But in
afterwards.
eight
But
years, that was one one thing.
the situation got to be like high, high, high for fisticuffs to come in. For females, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be that much. Y'all could fight over, like, bitch, where my blouse at? Oh, you
See,
ripped my
that's what I'm
blouse?
saying.
Bitch,
Throughout
nah,
all
nigga,
those
you know
years,
what I'm saying?
we never had a blow up, never had nothing. So I think that's another reason why I felt like I had to fight her because nigga, we've been friends for all these years, and you ain't never came at me with this kind of energy. What was in the water today? Cause let me show you what's in my water, baby. Cause what was in your water today? What we about to do? Cause what's up? And
Shit.
after that, like we didn't talk for like 2 weeks, but then when we came back together, she was like, "Low key, thank you," because I knew that that's not really how I felt, and I have a different level of respect for you. But I was beside myself, and I said, you wasn't yourself, and I get that. And I just had to show you like how I get when I'm not myself, and we don't want to ever not meet ourselves, so we could
It's
be on the same energies.
it's crazy because there's so many easy shits that a motherfucker in a relationship over in terms of romantic relationships. Like just the stupidest of shit. Like, my dude talking to another woman or vice versa or
That's
whatever.
insecurity.
Or
That's some insecure shit.
I mean, it's mostly insecurity, right? So do you think that's the point? Like, you feel like you can be yourself, self around your friends, and not the person you fucking on? Like, I don't understand how that works.
I mean, I feel like that's now not to throw no shade or nothing like that. But a lot of the people just view people to view people. They don't actually view people because they actually like them or love them. Because I feel like when you with somebody that you like actually like, how you actually like your friends. I'm not even speaking on a romantic level. Now I'm talking about because if you're gonna be with somebody, you have to have more than a sexual connection with them. You know what I mean?
Right,
You need to
right.
actually like them as a person and who they are. So, and that's how you choose your friends because you actually like your friends. So, if you with somebody that you actually like, you're gonna be that authentic self regardless. And that's why I genuinely feel like people don't be with people that they like. They just, oh, it's hitting right, or a situational thing, or we got caught up in something. You know how that goes. Like people choose their situations for different reasons, but I feel like not a lot of people are in situations with people that they actually like or love. They just it's a situational thing or for a time being thing, which sucks because you're holding yourself back, and then they wonder why they can get with this girl and they actually like her and they're wide open. You know what I'm saying? You spent 5 years with somebody and you was in a box for them whole 5 years, but then you get with this girl, you've been with her for 5 months, let's say, and she know everything, y'all, everything you showing your goofy self, like that, you know what I mean? And it's just like, wow, how? Because you actually like this person.
But okay, so all right, so in that same vein, right? A lot of the times I don't remember how me and the niggas I end up real tight with end up hooking up, right? Like in terms
Right.
of how we end up being friends and shit, like where that all started at. Very few of my friends I remember where I met them at that are my close friends, right?
Right.
But in romantic relationships, it seems like, well, okay, so back that up. I say that to say this: you can't remember where you met these niggas, right? But these
Right.
niggas is ride or die. You niggas will go to war with each other, all the shit.
Yes.
Versus a person that you share anniversaries with, making a point to remember every year how you met them and where you met them and all this shit. And when a motherfucker get to that, seventh to eighth year, nigga, of all this remembering and planning and shit goes sour, right?
Yeah.
I believe outside of the whole dick and pussy collision thing, um, I, once you put those titles on motherfuckers, people start changing. And
Yeah.
that's different once you apply those fucking,
That is very true.
you know what I mean? Like, cause nigga, nigga swear he be in love the first few months upon meeting the motherfucker. Like, you giving him all the shit you trying to give him because you trying to set that shit up. And that shit just don't be going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give a motherfucker your whole self at the beginning. And then
Yeah.
somewhere down the line, that shit changed or it's not appreciated as
I feel like
opposed to
because
friends.
it turns into like you said, it stopped being that free, open. We getting to know each other, getting to love each other. Thing to like, okay, so now I'm your boyfriend. I gotta do this, that, and there. Okay, you don't like this, that, and there. Okay, da-da-da. Like you start thinking into things more,
But
and I
you don't
feel
think
like
the same way with your friends though? Like, your friend don't smoke. You ain't gonna smoke cigarettes around a nigga. You ain't gonna get a second thought.
nah, but
You know what I'm
that's the
saying? Like,
difference between your friend and your person because even if you don't smoke, nigga, come stand outside with me while I smoke the cigarette, nigga. You don't gotta hit it. Like
right,
you're not
right.
gonna
But
do the same thing to a
you ain't
partner.
go
Like
fucking, you ain't go. I feel like with a partner, you'll fucking test the limits. Like, she
yeah,
ain't gonna say shit. You know what I'm saying? Whereas opposed to, you dealing with your friend, you already know. Now this bitch gonna catch attitude. I want to hear that shit. Let's go outside and smoke the cigarette. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, you already in that rhythm. And you stay in that rhythm forever with a friend. But once you find that rhythm with somebody that you with romantically, how does that? You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
feel
how does
like
the?
that's why I stress it so hard for me and my boyfriend to remain friends
Yeah, but that's
because I can't get caught up in the expectations of relationships. And I was like, I want to be his wife, I'm girlfriend, all that good, da, da, da. But we didn't have a title for like the first year of our relationship, just off the sake of not wanting to feel obligated to no specific emotions, movements, none of that because we just needed to learn each other. And I feel like it kind of sucks that we had to carry it that way, but it worked. And I just try to like do little things, and I could tell like he still be on the border because like when we was friends, he gonna tell me whatever, whatever, don't matter, don't matter. But now I'm his girlfriend. He like tiptoe the figures out like what to say when I say like
That's
I did this little
crazy.
thing I seen on Instagram with him, and I was like, tell me two things that you want to change about me. I think it was, and then he starts to talk, and then he was like, sometimes you gotta pick your battles. And
That's
then
what I'm
he like
saying,
stopped,
man.
and
Like,
I said, I'm like, but me, be okay, but I get that, but with me, I'm so like, when he tells me stuff, I don't think of it as if a point of him like judging me or him feeling some type of way about me. More so, why I think of it as from a point where it's like, okay, he is seeing me through different eyes. Maybe there's something I need to analyze as well. I'm not that kind of person where I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
oh,
But
remember when you said this, that, blah, blah, blah about me and you wanted to change this, but I bet you can go out here and find that in this bitch. Da, da, da. Like, I'm not that kind of
but
person.
but would that have even mattered if the claims weren't set? If motherfuckers was still on cruise control, y'all was talking like before all the, you mine, I'm yours, we ours type shit. The hesitation wouldn't have been there. My thing is,
No, he
why
would have been
in the
like,
human
girl, because
brain,
you know when you do
right,
da, 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 yeah,
right.
that,
So why
I'm not
in
like
the
that.
human brain does that automatically set pause where you put the type? You know what I'm saying? Because for
Yeah.
as long as y'all was just friends, chilling without all the,
Talking hella shit,
even
but
if it
I
was
never
all the
took it in a
shenanigans,
bad way. I took it as I get where you coming from.
right? But I'm saying in terms of the male though, like why do we feel when we wasn't worried about everything? Like we assumed that you knew that the shit that we were saying, even if we wasn't trying to guard your feelings, you
Right.
knew it was coming from a place of love. Then you
Yeah.
my homegirl, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know,
But
I fuck with you, but let me just let you know
bam,
about this.
right. So, but when you my girl, all of a sudden, it's like,
Why can't you just be the same way?
you know what
And
I'm
that's
saying?
why I'm still trying to break through that ice. Like, and that's why I do some little icebreakers and stuff like that with him because I still want him to understand, like, we are still friends. Yeah, we are together. Yeah, we are experiencing life together. But I still want you to have your life and be yourself. And I want to be able to be myself because I'm me and a couple of other little homies up in here as well. So you're going to catch different things over here. I need you to understand that that's going to happen sometimes and I need you to be able to be, if that's you too, I need you to be able to be that as well. And I feel like it's pretty open. We're pretty good with that so far, but that was like the only time I'm like, dang, you can't just let me know. But I feel him as well because I am an overthinker. And yeah, I'm gonna take it in that moment, but I'm probably gonna be thinking about it like, okay, so
Right,
like,
but that's most women though. That's most women though.
but I'm trying to break out of that. Like I'm
You
trying to
have
get myself to process things and be like, okay, and release them. Like,
Well, yeah, compartmentalizing is a thing. That's a real thing that happens in life, and it allows you to kind of navigate your way through situations without getting all
right.
emotional and trippy out. But you find very few women able to compartmentalize a bunch of emotional shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it's easier for dudes to do, because we're not linked to our emotions like that. So we can file them feelings like we file them like anything else, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is a lot of reason why like dudes and dealing with dudes in terms of fucking friendships like you my dog, it's a whole lot easier to maintain because the ability to compartmentalize your homeboy bullshit is way different than the ability to compartmentalize your girl shit.
But do you feel like that's a sense of like the level of emotions you have for that person as well?
Well, no, I think it's more of a sense of the level of trying to protect emotions from people
Okay.
or
Yes, and
protect
that's
people's
exactly
emotions.
what he was like said to me. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Basically, like, I'm trying to protect your emotions. Like, we're not even about to do that. We're not even
Right.
about
We're
to
not
share.
going right because these gonna
Like,
be sitting there thinking, so is that really how you feel? Or damn, do I
but
really need to
here's
work
my
on
thing
that?
though.
And they like,
I'm a person that's constantly looking to improve. If I'm not being told nothing, I'm perfect. Like, what you mean? Like, so if outside of what I personally deal with on my own, then I'm thinking you see me as, you know what I'm saying, perfecto.
okay,
So let me know if that's not the case so that I can continue to elevate and be a better person.
so
Because if it's something that you see that might be a little that might be a character flaw that I need to, you know what I'm saying, review and see about checking up on. Like, I'm that kind of person. Not everybody's like that, but that's genuinely how I am.
Okay, but okay, so understand this, right? So if or what if it's the type of thing that it's not really a bothersome thing? It's just that if given a chance, like nigga, I live with it 100 times out of 100 because that's what we do it. If given a
Yeah.
chance and I could change it, then perhaps. But what if it's the type of shit that ain't never nothing? That's why I don't say nothing to you about it. It's the type of shit that nigga like if you snore at night, and nobody go fucking just be like,
Yeah.
you ain't sleeping with you because
It
you
could be one
snore.
of those things that I can't really control.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So what one of the things that motherfuckers just live with, and but when he tell you that, you might take it a different way.
Right.
Oh, really? It's that bad? Like, why you didn't say nothing before? And all this stuff. How long you been feeling that way? And all that old shit, right? That
I mean, I
happens.
don't want to
When you
know,
speak in it.
like, but it's
Right.
not gonna
That's
go.
why. That's why niggas avoid that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
No, and I
unnecessary.
respect him because he was completely honest about like avoiding that. Like, we're not like no, but I love you, but no. Like
Yeah,
he
because
literally
it's
like I love you
completely
so much.
unnecessary.
We can still have this conversation, but no, I'm like okay. To pick two other things, and he picked two other things or whatever. I'm like okay, that's fine. But I wish you would tell me the other one. He's like just forget
Right.
about it.
See,
It
that's
never
what I'm
happened.
saying. It ain't no
Like
forget
he's
about
like
it.
we never even brought it up, and I'm just like okay, whatever. So yeah, that's why I said I respect it though. I genuinely do respect it.
So I think that's gonna be one of my low key submissions in life to find out why the brain switches when it comes to the titles and all of that shit in terms of friendships and romanticism and all that because it's the same shit. Like you love
It
your
is.
friends like you love your person. Of
I'm not
course,
gonna lie,
you're
and
supposed
I
to be like
literally do.
it's a different type of intent. I mean, a different type of intensity,
Yeah,
but the meter still reads the same, right?
very
Um,
nice.
love is love. So why is the I can't do this all of a sudden now because I got a girl, even if it ain't no disrespectful shit. Like even if it's
Yeah,
just
but no, that's it's just
regular
literally
ass shit.
anything, and I feel like that's one of the things I'm telling you, I literally pride myself on trying to keep like my boyfriend still has female friends. You know what I mean? I have male friends. We not. I don't want to put you in that like, oh, you're a girlfriend. Why you following this girl? Oh, why you like that picture? Oh, why you looking at this? Why like? I don't give off that. I'm not that person because I feel like that takes away from y'all connection. How this person is supposed to be a person? They out with their boys in Miami. People gonna come up to them. You want them to be obnoxious assholes and be stiff arm hoes? No. You can greet somebody. You can tell somebody they look nice. Doesn't mean you gotta take them home.
You
But
right.
you know what I'm saying? You can be a normal person. Be a person. Don't be a robot. And I feel like that's what people expect when someone's in a relationship. They expect them to not see the rest of the world.
Like I would want people to understand that the same nice, caring, cool nigga that you thought I was when I met you, I was that to these other motherfuckers that I've been knowing and talking to at the time we
Exactly.
met you. So it's like, I'm not fit to change that because you don't like it. Now all of a sudden, everybody now that you see that everybody else like you like it. You know what I'm saying? But don't nobody else like I like you. So what are you
Ex-
tripping?
and
You know?
that's another thing that I had to learn and that helps me every day in my relationship, to be honest. Because my boyfriend's not ugly. It's the fact that when you choose somebody, that's your choice. Like you choose them and you continue to choose them. That's what being in a I'm secure relationship is, continue to have that choice. Now if you choose to do something else, then you chose to do that. It's all a choice. So it's like if something happens, it's because they chose to do it. You know this person chose you, so why are you worried about Felicia? Why are you worried about Tanisha? Why are you worried about all these different people, females? He's still gonna choose you no matter how much they try. They're gonna try. This is the world. There's so many people in the world. They're gonna try, but trust your partner to choose you every time because they've been choosing you.
Been choosing, ain't been fucking around. But I mean, that's pretty much how that goes in terms of the trust level of shit. Or because I trust my dogs to do whatever I need to be done. If they can do it, it'll be done.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You don't
and
have that lack of trust in friends though, but you
right
might be a little iffy when it comes to like
when
a
it
boyfriend.
comes to right, and that's I mean, unless they gave you a reason. A lot of that
Yeah.
shit be for no reason, just typical insecurities, which is crazy because again, you don't treat your friend with that type of reverence. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Exactly.
know,
And that's bro, that's so real. Projecting your insecurities off on your partner versus doing that on your friends, you should never like I tried like I said, I've been trying to break them them things, and not bringing none of that into my love because my problem is my problem. They're not our problems. No.
I mean, if you choose to help a motherfucker
Until you
work it
prove
out
me
with him, that's cool.
otherwise, what you do is what you do.
Right.
You prove me otherwise.
Right. Right. Give a motherfucker a chance to prove that you ain't a piece of shit. Because when you met him, you thought he wasn't a piece of shit. So why don't you keep on believing he ain't a piece of shit while he out there doing what he doing?
Or
You know
vice
what I mean?
versa. You met this person, think they're the most perfect little angel. Then let them be that most perfect little angel. Don't
Right.
let because your ex cheated on you every Tuesday, you following this nigga around on Tuesdays because you just think that's gonna happen. No, no, don't do that.
Nah, man, that's not at all. I always found that fascinating though. The differences between romantic relationships and actual platonic friendships, male or female.
I love my friends so much though. I
Me
feel
too
like
though, and that's what I'm saying. It's
my
weird
boyfriend
that
can understand because, like I said, we're friends first. So he knows how I love my friends. So I love that he experienced that, so he gets why I am with the friends that I have. But like, I love them. Like
yeah, I
you
love
let me
mine too.
walk in the house and we napping together, hugged up, like loving each other sleep because that's just love. Like I love my friends so
I
much.
mean, I don't love my niggas like that, but I do love them to the extent that we can
But
go
I'm
to
a
war
girl
together
though,
like that.
so
But it's just crazy that the energy can't carry over with the same freedom and the same, freedom of parameters, and you are able to be you and all of you like you are when you with your folks, as opposed to when you with somebody you love. But here's what we're finna do though. Speaking of being you and all of you, we go change the conversation to somebody who may or may not have allegedly made up a story about babies on corners selling weed. Well, they probably
okay, that is not the story. That is not what happened. That is not what happened. Okay, first of all, this is right there, y'all.
shout out to Dave Chappelle on that one.
We'll talk
But yeah,
about
young Carlee Russell and her
Miss Carlee.
and the misadventures of Carlee Russell.
Look, the
Um,
bizarre adventures of Carlee Russell.
uh, how do you? Okay, so first of all, I was watching the clip that I sent you from Comedy High Plus. Shout out to Comedy High
Yes,
Plus.
the podcast, right?
And when they was explaining the story, I got the same feeling fucking Pierre got like, hold on, my man, hold up. A baby by itself on the side of the road, and um, you get abducted, which all of that can be true. Don't think that that can't happen in the world of the world. That type of shit happens, right?
Right.
But then you just pop up. What was it? 7 8 days later, and no, 48 hours. I don't know, some
Yeah,
shit like
it was a couple of days.
right. And can't nobody cooperate nothing you say, right? Uh, I I, I want to know what her age is. I was looking, and I don't know how old she was, but she was looking up stuff on the internet. Okay, so first of all, she was driving down the street in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night,
In the red Benz.
called the police.
Yeah, I heard the call.
Right, called the police and told the police that she seen the baby walking on the street.
Can I chime in on the call real fast because I feel
Yeah.
like she didn't seem alarmed. Okay, because I'm sorry, you see a toddler, anybody, I don't care who you are, you see a baby outside with no supervision, your mind automatically goes into like protection mode because that's a baby. So regardless if you are making a call about it, there was no sense of urgency. There was no real like panic in her voice. There was no real. This girl's talking to the operator on the phone like she's talking to her homegirl. Very chill, very relaxed, very like, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like to hear like that, and then her description of everything, and then from hearing him right here that's on the screen right now, I forget his name that he said his name was, but he was saying the distance that she traveled supposedly following the baby. Why are you first you was on the highway, then what you got off the highway, the baby walking on the side of the little curb when you get off the highway when ain't really nothing right there. Like what like it's a lot of pieces that are very like missing holes in the
So,
story.
so we gonna watch this clip, and they go let it run.
Found that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches and the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term "you have to pay for an Amber Alert" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "how to take money from a register without being caught" was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "Birmingham bus station" was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were 2 searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time.
Crazy.
So look, right? I believe with all of that, she was on her way to a sneaky link. She done hooked up with a nigga in Tennessee or some shit, allegedly. So she caught that young bus ticket. That's why I wonder how old she is.
She's
Because if
25.
she a kid,
She's
25? Oh, well, I don't understand that shit. You
But
ain't
see,
got
that's
that
what I'm
much
saying.
shit,
Like, I
man.
wanted to
That's
like
crazy. And
now,
Amber Alert, you only Amber Alert kids. So
people do crazy things, and I feel like mental health is a real thing. Like, if this ain't one of those get rich, get famous quick scheme, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't nothing like that, then it's on some stuff like mentally she's not there, and this girl was hiding in the bush for real
nah, man, that
for
was like
3
way too
days,
calculated. That
and
was way
or
too
putting
calculated.
herself mentally through something. Because no, stuff like that really does happen. Like, you think you doing something or something actually happened, and it never really happened. To you, it happened. In your mind, it happened. But in reality, Nick, you still at work. As the cash register checks popping in your head, you going through different things. So I feel like that's a thing too. But I really think, and this is just me, you know how I am. I think it's just another distraction. Don't know what's so special about Miss Carlee to why she got to be the specific distraction, but I think it definitely is another one, especially how national and crazy it's going. It's actually people out here that are missing. It's actually things that are actually going on that are not broadcast nationally. So for that to be a thing, it's like okay. And one last thing before I just chime in, why ain't nobody saying nothing about this baby? Because if it's a baby supposedly be around here walking, if even if you did get abducted by some people, don't y'all need to find these people so y'all can get this baby from these people because they're using this baby to abduct people.
So, right. I was thinking that too. But I also was thinking how when the dude on the press conference was saying, didn't nobody say nothing about no missing babies in the news, wasn't no missing babies reported. Didn't nobody else running down that highway or driving down that highway see no missing babies. Like, didn't none of that shit. Nobody else reported no missing babies on the side of the highway. And she didn't pick the baby up apparently, unless she did. And they all got snatched
And
up.
she said she followed it from her car on the call. The lady asked her, "Did she have contact with the child?" She said, "No, I haven't gotten out of my car. I'm just watching it."
Okay, so look, what? Okay, all that. Okay, first of all, I want to say I'm happy that nothing happened to her. People really do get snatched up, and horrible things happen to those people. Uh, Women, especially black women and children alike. Who I'm speaking on, I'm sure all women get snatched. I'm talking about
Yes.
my women, goddammit. Uh, Need to be careful. My question to you is, how do you think this plays for the whole gotta believe black women at all costs type of thing now? Like, how do you think this plays even in the media now that, you get another black woman that say something happened to her,
They're not gonna take it
probably
as
won't get
serious.
probably won't get the
I feel
necessary
like
attention.
Carlee. No offense to you, but the whole cry whoop thing it's 1,001 ways to get famous these days. You know what I'm saying? Could have went and seen Usher and got famous. Like, you could have did anything. So it's one of those things where if you are in a serious situation, then I'm saying I'm glad that you are okay. But Now I feel like it's not going to be a sense of urgency. However, one of the people in that press conference asked that question actually,
But
and
yeah,
he said
that's why I
felt
reposed.
like it's gonna be handled like how every case handled, but it's like that's not. I don't think that's true because I
Yeah,
feel like not every case is handled with this sense of urgency. That's why I also say I don't know what's so special. Not to say that this isn't important. However, what's so special about this situation, especially supposedly that it's not true, is even more crazy because y'all got all this footage and you know what I'm saying. There's all types of cameras and all that. You know what I'm saying that you see on the highway. They always recording the highway, so you would have seen that. There's no other reports or anything like that. So what made this be so nationally, and why ain't nobody nationally talking about this baby? Like, like
well,
it's
because the
just
baby didn't
cool.
exist. Like none of that actually happened. I believe. Like I believe she used that as an excuse to go do some shit that she felt she had to lie about or some shit like that because bus ticket.
But you gonna go missing for a couple of days, and your family, everybody looking for you, police
But
looking for
if
you.
you grown, just tell a
But you
motherfucker
live,
I'm
but
finna
you live in
leave.
a paper trail with a bus ticket. So my thing is now, so what you do? You leave your Benz on the side of the road, go ran to the bus station, use your bus ticket, and you had $100 something in your socks. So at some point, you took your water or something. How you get your money out the ATM? Like what is going on?
Oh yeah, because they didn't want that backlash. Oh, now all black women be lying.
Yeah, no, they were
Oh, she
definitely trying
lying
to
because she
cover their
black
tracks
now.
with that for sure and make sure they didn't speak incorrectly. And I was
Yeah,
like,
they
that's
trying to get
good.
that smoke. They don't want none
However,
of that
but
smoke.
I'm gonna be real. I don't care what nobody gotta say. I'm gonna let you know straight up or down. I feel like it's you know what I'm saying. It's very much not true. This girl might be mentally ill, or she went to go, like you said, get a sneaky link with probably somebody
I
she had no
think she
business
went to
with,
sneaky
and
link up.
it
That's what
happened.
I think.
But you got to think about the severity of the bigger picture when you do stuff like that because there's actually people out here. Sex trafficking is real. You know what I mean? Kids is getting picked up left and right. It's crazy things happening in this world. So for you to play
And
on the emotions of everybody for a quick link is crazy.
and they already say or feel that as black women or just as women in general, but particularly black women, that ain't nobody hearing them when they speak. Ain't nobody believing them when
Now
they
you're
say
giving
nothing.
them another reason to be like, yeah,
Oh
whatever.
yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why Tawana bro, that sound familiar, bro.
No,
That sound familiar though. I can't recall off the top of
I
my
don't
head,
know
but
who
that
my
sounds
girl
familiar.
Tawana Brawley is.
Right.
You said
But
did she die?
probably, right.
Rest in peace, Tawana. If you're dead, I'm sorry.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly on death, man. But yeah, I just think that it's I'm not gonna say a detriment, man. At the end of the day, people think that the KKK kid. Oh no, that ain't no. I haven't heard
I ain't
that.
never heard that girl before. And
Nah,
she survived. Amen.
right. Yeah, no, I thought that was something else. I thought the name was for something else. I haven't heard that story. The KKK kidnapped? You gotta be crazy.
Not gonna lie, I had this girl when I was
And
younger.
she survived, nigga.
That's what's trying to grab me, but I don't know. But see, that's what I'm saying. Why would you play on stuff like that? Like this is stuff that people really like. You know what I'm saying? Get preyed upon through and all this crazy stuff like that. So when somebody do really actually get attacked by KK now, all they gonna think about is Miss Tawana. They're not gonna actually think about the fact that maybe they actually did get got.
Right, right. And I don't think that in this climate, especially with the way they really ain't playing with us, right? They already trying to take women's rights from, they just really trying to run y'all down like that right now.
Yeah,
And I don't think you should give anybody any fodder to, especially as a black woman, man.
they're
Like
just
that's
giving ammo. Like that's another comment in the when they having their little debates. Like, oh, well, you look at they're already mentally unstable. We need to control these crazy women. Blah 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 blah. I don't know how they talk. But I'm just saying, like, that's just more ammo to say, like, oh,
more
why
ammo.
we need to be under certain controls, why things don't need to be able for us to do, and different things of that nature. Like, I don't know.
So okay, so let me ask you this: how do you think moving forward she should handle it? You think she should continue to lie about it? Think she should stick to her guns? You think she should just fess up like, man, my bad? You know what I'm saying?
If she did, if it's true If it's not true, I think she should just be honest. If
My name is
you
Tawana
know,
Brawley. All right. I'm not a liar and I'm not crazy.
It was
Oh, I
1987.
seen this. I
Tawana
seen her.
Brawley was a 15-year-old who claimed
I
she was
seen
raped
that.
by 6 white men in law
Oh
enforcement.
shit!
And Al
Yeah, I
Sharpton took
remember
up her
that.
cause. But there was no forensic evidence of any sexual attack, and there was evidence Tawana made up the whole story. The case, labeled a hoax, was dismissed, and Sharpton was forced to pay $65,000 to those he had named. But in all this time, he has never voiced any regret. You have gone back and looked
Of
at
course he ain't.
with such a
Al
clear
Sharpton.
eye. You've apologized, you've asked for forgiveness, except on Tawana Brawley. I don't get it.
I'll be honest with you. I have thought about that a million times. I just don't believe they treated that case fair.
If I knew that I had in any way contributed to falsely accusing someone, I think I would feel an obligation to say I'm sorry.
I think you're right. I think the operative word is if you knew that. I don't know that.
If they didn't do
But
it,
but
you're
suppose they
you're
did.
taking the,
Suppose they did.
but they didn't. They didn't.
That nigga ain't go back down. That's Al Sharpton, man. The
so
real
you
man.
feel like she should just carry? Do you feel like she just carry on like Al and just keep riding it out until the wheels fall off?
Me personally, I wouldn't say shit else.
But here's my thing though. I would, because what if this girl is mentally fucking? She just needs some help for real.
So if she didn't lie, then I would be the type of motherfucker to be like, all right, that's my bad. Weird as fuck, but that type of shit happened. That's one for the motherfucking that's one for the calendar. You know what I'm saying? We go remember this. Babies do be on the side of the streets and like,
No, they do not. They do not.
And motherfuckers do abduct people who stop for them. So if she isn't lying, then for sure we need to find some people and put them
They
behind
said they're gonna
bars.
continue the investigation. I
No,
think
that
they
shit.
should continue the investigation
Yeah, I
and
think
actually
they
get
will too.
another report from her and see what she's talking about.
I think they will too, all the way till they realize she was lying and then not do it no more. So that's why I believe she should just let it go. Don't say nothing else. Don't make no press conferences. Don't do none of that shit.
Question: they said the phone was left behind and the Apple Watch in the purse.
Yeah, because she wasn't trying to be tracked.
So okay, here we
She
go.
took that cash.
But let me tell you this, though. Here you go now. Listen to now. I'm about to put something together for everybody. Y'all paying attention. Y'all listening, right? Okay. If you going anywhere, and this is just in our generation, baby, you need that phone.
Not if you ain't trying to be tracked. She wasn't trying
That's
to be
what I'm
tracked.
saying. You're not trying to be tracked. So what did you have exactly?
Yeah, she took the snacks and that dough.
Money.
nigga.
They have to really look at what's going on. There ain't no 18 wheelers pick you up, girl. You drove that car on the side of the road. You had your little bookie bop, ready to do something. Took you to the train. Was gonna pick you up from there. Y'all drove back to wherever y'all was at. Then you got on the train to go from wherever you was going to be back to wherever you was from. And then you came popped out in the wooded area, girl.
And the crazy thing is this, man, and again, not to say that it's not possible, and I don't wish this on nobody, but if you're getting abducted for whatever, be it sex trafficking, be it for whatever, 9 times out of 10 you ain't coming back, and that's just the reality of that type.
And then what happened? No sexual contact. Nothing. They took pictures of me and stroked the plate in my hair.
Right. Then there was that. Free her from her own mind. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Because they stroked your hair, baby,
And fed her some cheese crackers.
and cheese crackers. Okay,
Yeah, man, gotta
that's
let
all
cheese
that happened. So you mean to tell me you drove on the side of the road? How many football fields they said it was?
6.
6 football fields worth of driving on the side of the road to following the baby. All this time, searched up all this stuff, right? Did all this, trying to steal some money from a register and stuff. To pop back up. Like you left a trail of like nigga you lying. Like you left a trail of nigga you lying, like right behind you. And then you
Yep.
leave your phone. Now I could see if like you had the phone for a little bit and you like lost it and you know what I mean? Like that's a little bit more believable. But you left your phone, your purse, everything in your car. So it's all fine, safe with your car, everything good with your car, right? And now you get abducted.
Mhm.
And nothing happens to you, but then you manage to escape. And be randomly you escape for a few days after you got this bus ticket. But
Mhm.
but you knew exactly, you just knew that they was on the west side where you were from, and you got out of there and you
Just
escaped
happened. You
right out of
got it right out.
where you was living around, girl.
And,
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 and
and, and you black, not to say nothing. I'm sorry, not to say nothing, but you black as hell. Okay, you don't look like you be in the woods. You don't look like you play in the woods. You don't look like you know what's going on in the woods. For you to know to get jump out of a car at a rest stop or something and be able to navigate the woods back to your house, nigga.
she
Sorry.
ran through a lot of them. She ran through a lot of woods.
Exactly.
I sure hope they went
Most people
backwoods.
get stranded in the woods. The woods look the same everywhere. So niggas be
Right?
getting stranded in the woods. But you a master though. You know these woods, babe. This you.
Now I know my way around the backwood, but actual woods,
I'm on the trail for too long. Everything start looking the same. We got to get out of here. I don't walk on trails too deep. The trails that be in the woods, I don't even walk on those too deep because I'm trying to come back. I forget if I made a left or a right. Everything looks the same. Nigga mess around and end up walking deeper into the woods, and you trying to get back out to the little parking lot area. I ain't trying to be stuck in here.
so
Like,
so here's the question that I think can never be asked or answered: is why? What was all this bullshit really about? Like,
a
did somebody
distraction
pay
and
you?
or a reason to be seen and known.
Did somebody pay you to, you know, cause this big ass ruckus? Was the dick worth it? If that was what it was,
Hey,
what else
you
could
must
it
be
be?
dealing with a professor or something that you
Or
ain't
something?
want nobody to know about because it had to be something super extensive for you to have to go to these lengths.
But
Just
it couldn't have been because the motherfucker couldn't even drive her out or fly her out or bus her out
you
or
know what I'm
train her
saying?
out.
Put their name on nothing, do nothing, had any ties to the situation other than randomly picking her up and popping her off wherever she dropped from.
And then it's like you grown, right? So it's like,
25.
what are you doing? You can go where you want to go. You're grown. Like you don't have to do none of this.
It's a lot of holes, and that's why I said personally, I just feel like more distractions from the actual shit that's going on, and we need to focus.
I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe they're gonna play the mental illness card,
Yep.
right? I believe they're gonna blame it on she has, or I believe they're gonna find out that she has some type of mental instability, and
Mm-hmm.
that was the whole reason why. And turns out she hallucinated all the shit, and
Mm-hmm.
she was just stuck in the woods for a few days or whatever it's called. It's gonna be something like that, right?
But you got
Because
out your own car after you got out of work, after you did your whole day, after you searched up all this stuff, you got out your own car and said, all right, let's go play in the woods for a few days and make everybody think I'm gone.
so how embarrassed do you think her family is?
110% super embarrassing. She don't look like the kind of girl, like, if you just look at her pictures, she look like she could probably be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Right, she a cute
Like,
woman,
I'm
very
talking
cute
about
woman.
like mentally, like you know how you can see some stuff, kind of like looking at people's eyes, like you can see,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
around the eyes, a little bit
Yeah,
around
you
the
can
tail.
see
Right.
like when shit ain't all right. So it's like when you look at her pictures and stuff, she don't seem like pretty much
Right, she
all
seemed
of
well
that,
adjusted.
right? So it's like for that and it to be her family, it's probably like it's either one or two things, bro. They put her up to this, and they're like, "Nigga, we need some publicity. We need to be the next thing hot popping." So you know what I mean? Blow us up. Do what you think we can do to do this, or she need help.
I think she went to go get some shit done that didn't get done the way she thought it was gonna get done, and now she popped back up like, damn it.
Yeah, but my thing is, you look at them Amber Alerts and stuff. Girl, you wanted to be lost, and you want somebody to think you was gone or something happened to you.
She was
And
she, she was trying to escape to a better life. Got there, and
but
realized it
what's
wasn't
the
a better
better
life.
life? Lying, baby? Because let me tell you something. Now
Yeah,
Your name
right.
all over the world, and everybody know what you look like. So you could be known as a liar.
Hell yeah. Hey, I would be the same way. Hey man, hey, we not gonna say nothing right now. I just know it wasn't me. Hey. The family don't have no comments. Just know it
But
wasn't
see,
me.
that's what I'm saying, and that's why I feel like it's like one of those setup things, because, like you said, the family don't have no comments. Why y'all don't have no
Nah, yeah, they
comments?
backed up real quick. But when it
Your
was
your
out
your,
there
your
asking for the
daughter
GoFundMe money,
was
when it was
missing
out there asking
today.
for the GoFundMe money, when it was she was out there fucking manning up people to search and do all this shit, passing out flyers and shit, they had plenty to say. Now all of a sudden, that she done pop back up on y'all asses and ain't nothing wrong with her. Now you ain't got nothing to say. You know, say like
Yeah, because they probably sitting back in the house like, you wasn't supposed to come back this soon. What you doing? You supposed to be
you're
going
like
for
that
a bit
nigga kicked
longer,
me
like,
out.
and why you didn't take your phone? How we supposed to know you was okay?
Yeah.
The hell? They probably in there trying to strategize and figure out what to say, what to do, how we gonna spin this.
I just hate that first of all it had to be our people with this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh young Jesse Smollett ass nigga done made it popular. He done showed the people the way. You know what I'm saying? Now they all just jumping off of motherfucking cliffs and fucking fabricating abductions and shit. He even brought the kids into it.
That's what I'm saying. And again, I'm gonna always say this, and I'm gonna keep saying this. When y'all gonna ask about the baby, where the baby at?
That
Where
baby
the
wasn't there in the
baby
first
at? The
place.
child? Where the child at? It's supposed to child that got her on the side of this world. Where's the baby? Because if the baby is being used as an abducted tool, you need to save that baby. Where the baby at? And then all they kept saying in the press conference is, our main focus was to bring Charlie home. What about the baby, nigga?
The baby wasn't even there. I'm telling you, that
There's no
motherfucker.
damn baby. There's no situation. She trying to get rich. You know what I'm saying? Not to say I wish I thought about it, because I don't want to be known for being a liar. I'm
But
sorry.
how does this make you rich though? You think somebody gonna wanna yeah, I think it's 18 or younger. Like I think
So
Amber Alert
so
for children. I
so
think they call it something else for grown people.
what is her goal? Even if it is like a whole Amber Alert thing, what does that do for you?
No, I think she's trying to avoid one, so when nobody be looking for her like that. Like I think she was trying to go do some shit that just didn't, or it did pan out the way she wanted. Mission accomplished, and her entrance strategy was whack as fuck because she came back like she was all beat up and shit. I just came back like, oh shit, they abducted me and took me shopping. How that work? They snatched me up to take me on a shopping spree.
But what they snatch you up to do to you? Stroke your hair and feed you cheese crackers. They just wanted you so bad to give you. They just needed to feed you these cheese crackers, nigga.
Y'all gonna have to do something. Take me shopping to stock me or something. I gotta tell these people something when I get back. This is
Yeah, no,
bullshit.
there's nothing to tell us, because guess what? Nothing happened.
Take me shopping, slap me up, do something to me. I gotta tell these motherfuckers something when I go back home.
Nothing
This is
happened.
bullshit. Hey man, but listen, if a woman or anybody tell you they need help, investigate or help first, investigate later.
Yes.
Because don't let these lying, conniving, allegedly lying and conniving people who do shit just for clout or just for fucking whatever attention cloud your better judgment in helping people. You know what I'm saying? People still need help. Still continue to believe what as much as you can believe about people when they tell you they need help.
Yeah.
Um, don't fall into the whole don't believe black women or women in general because shit do be happening. Shit do be happening, especially to our
It
folks.
definitely does. And continue to protect the women and children. I feel like there's a lot of people making it hard, but you have to continue to, like you said, take that first action, because there's a lot of women that aren't heard enough. And we done lost a lot of lives to actual real situations on accounts to people lying about BS, because they don't want to believe like, oh, it could be them, or it actually happened.
Right.
You
You
know,
know what
there's
I
a lot
just
of cry wolfers.
you know what I just thought about? The reason why she went through all this bullshit just to go get her slinky link on is because her parents would still be the same type of parents that whoop ass. Like they probably got a belt and everything. With
But you're going to go on the national news and you're on everything. You're on Fox. You're on everything.
So they can't beat me too bad.
See?
So they can't beat me too bad when I show up. They can't whip my ass too bad.
But now, okay, so now let's say you was with somebody and y'all was, you know what I'm saying, probably in a hotel doing whatever you're doing, right? And that person posts y'all on Facebook. Then what happens?
I mean, we already think she a liar, so
You're still going to get your grass whooped because now you lied about being abducted. So the ass whooping that you're gonna get for just going, leaving, but you're 25 years old, you're grown.
No, I'm sure it was. That was my whole thought from the gate. OG baby sneaky link. OG baby sneaky link is somebody.
But you driving a Benz. You growing up to drive a Benz, but you're not growing up to have a boyfriend. Put me
you
on.
Grown. Go where the fuck you want to go.
On?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I don't know. It got to be something. This shit's weird. I am happy she wasn't dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy she's all right. She returned. Best wishes to her and hers, to all her family and all that. But nigga, quit lying.
Yeah.
Nigga, quit lying. You know what I mean?
All they do is lie.
Quit lying. Yeah. Hey, that was a live episode, man. Another beautiful hour. Almost down. Yeah, Carlee Smollett for sure. Hey, they probably cousins. That's probably her last name for real.
Hey, look, whole time they conducted this to keep the rah-rah up.
Yeah. You know
He's
what I'm
like,
saying?
all right, it was me. I had the work going, but I'm a man. Let's do it with you because you're a woman and see what happens.
Pass the baton on their ass. Well, no, they just had a white girl who did the same shit.
But my thing is, what are these people gaining? Like that's my
Nothing.
question. I just want to know, like, what you on the news for a couple of days. You probably gonna have some articles that you can show your kids and be like, "Mommy's a liar." Look,
The white girl,
like
the white girl, and I wish I could remember her name. She faked it for like 3 days, to go hang out with an ex-boyfriend. Then told her ex-boyfriend to
well, yeah.
Well, she said that she didn't want the shit. They said that they recovered over $2,000 from a GoFundMe, and they gave all that shit back to prove that what her folks did, not her, but her family gave the money back. It was like $2,000. They gave back to prove that.
So you think somebody probably paid them off to fake some shit?
No, I don't know, but I know her family was like, that wasn't what this was about. Like we would have used it if she was still missing, but she showed back up, so they gave the money back. So you know, I don't know if they used some of it or whatever, but they ended up giving some of the money back. So yeah, I'm sure it wasn't that type of thing, but I don't remember what the white girl name was, but she did all this shit for 3 days, blamed it on 2 older Mexican ladies. So she was abducted by 2 older Mexican ladies, was about to be sold into sex trafficking, but she got away somehow. No, she talked the younger one into letting her go or some shit. But it turned out to be all over her fucking around with her ex-boyfriend. Literally had her ex-boyfriend beat her up at the end of the shit so she can go back home. Yeah.
People go to extensive lengths to do a whole bunch of nothing.
Married with 2 kids and all the shit. This bitch was supposed to be jogging at the time. They found her little iPad with the earphones, with a tuft of her hair wrapped up neatly by a mailbox, like down the street from there. Yeah.
And they constructed this whole little rendezvous just to be together.
All that bullshit, right? So I'm thinking, and this is my opinion, allegedly, this was over some dick.
On the national news over some wee. That's crazy.
And on that note, this has been a goddamn hellfire ass hour, right?
It's definitely been yeah.
All of you people, all of our piranhas out there, man, like, share, subscribe, man, run it up. Share the podcast with your people. Show our 2 beautiful faces.
Share with your grandma.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They'll love us like y'all.
Share with everybody. We family friendly.
Right? And we are forever will be powered by the people. This has been another episode More to Discuss. We'll see y'all in another week. Peace.
That's even worse.
Grab my shit, put it back over me, and tucked into it like I burrito rolled myself.
Yeah.
You gonna take it this time, right?